quick to hit ignore. Buku bitches in my bed. I got scales all on my floor. I got money on the line, plus I'm clocking it galore. I got bitches kissing bitches, all them bitches go explore. I'm feeling way up. I stay up. Put your bitch on my Snapchat while I make her. She want a chance with me, cause she know I'm a rapper. I give a but I never get feelings, cause shorty, I know what you after. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. At 12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch I look, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my putting. Put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poopy, your bitch get tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor. Tryna stack my money up, cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
You got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel like your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel that. I can feel them too well.
in the ocean with you, baby, up with a slow motion crew, and we up in our growlings when people change, but not us, and we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun, could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey, and I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes are funny, my tongue tied up on it, and I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes are funny, my tongue tied up on it, and I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding.
Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel to another and our final match day live stream of this season. Not only is it our final match day live stream of the season, it might just be our final match day live stream with Pep Guardiola at the helm, Manchester City. I've never ever commentated on a Manchester City game where Pep Guardiola hasn't been in charge, and this might be the last one. Thank you everyone for joining us here today for this big one. We have put a vote in the live chat. It's great to have some of you coming in. We've got Benedict Coffee here. Welcome. The City players currently on the pitch warming up at the Vitality for this massive one. Of course, Arsenal, they did get all 3 points last night with a 1-0 win over Burnley. City have got 2 games to win the Premier League title, but they have to hope on the final game of the season, Arsenal drop points against Crystal Palace if, of course, City win this one and win the next game as well. It's looking highly unlikely, but hopefully these players can give it all against a very good Bournemouth side. So we'll start off with the home side then. Bournemouth, they're going to start with Jota Petrovic in goal. There's a back four of captain Adam Smith, James Hill, Marcus Senesi, and Truffet. Jill Scott, Alex Scott. Jill Scott doesn't play for Bournemouth. Alex Scott and Tyler Adams in the midfield too. Krupi Jr. starts in the sort of in behind the striker role in the 10, with Ryan off the right, Tavernier off the left, and Evanilson through the middle. And then on the bench, Mandas, Cook, Brooks, Gannon Doak, Diakite, Cliver, Adley, Unal, and Toth as well. As for Manchester City, this is Pep Guardiola's side. Donnarumma starts in goal. Matheus Nunes, Kusanov, Gay, and O'Reilly. City's back four. Rodri and Mateo Kovacic part of midfield too, with captain Bernardo Silva starting further in front in the 10. There's a more sort of structured defensive-looking midfield from Pep Guardiola, maybe a little bit more balanced than having Shirky or Foden in there. And then it's Doku on the left, Semenyo on the right, and Erling Haaland through the middle. On the bench, Trafford, Diaz, Reinders, Stones, Marmoush, and Ryan Shirky. There's Joshko Vardiol, Savinho, and Phil Foden. Well, what a big game here. And we can't ignore the elephant in the room. I've already made a video on it. Of course, is the future of Pep Guardiola, which it looks like Pep is going to be on his way out. It looks like he's leaving the club, doesn't it? It's not been confirmed by the club, but I think Pep Guardiola himself, he knows exactly what is going on here, I think. Pep Guardiola has been asked before the game. They said it was unfair to ask him, really. Unfair to ask him about what they thought about his sort of future at the club. But they did ask him, has the sort of noise around the team had anything to do with, you know, his future? Has it caused any problems for the team? And he said it's absolutely zero in terms of preparation and so on. So you'd hope that is the case, but I'm sure it will have affected the players knowing that Pep Guardiola is leaving the club. And there will be lots of news coming out, I'm sure, of players maybe unrest within the City team coming over the coming weeks. But we'll try not think about that for now, shall we? Let's just think about Manchester City and think about winning this game at the Vitality. Bournemouth undefeated in 17 fixtures. They are in fantastic form, and they are, if they avoid defeat today, going to find themselves playing European football next season. What a fantastic result that would be for them. Of course, it doesn't entirely rely on this one, of course, because Bournemouth could still be playing European football after the final day result as well. They don't need to win here today, but anything less than a defeat today, anything... where am I going with this one? As long as they don't lose today, they will be, of course, playing European football next season, which is massive for them, of course. They won't be thinking about the title race. They won't be thinking what they can do in terms of helping out Arsenal. I'm very sure of that. And that could put City in a difficult situation, really. Bournemouth are going to give it their all, aren't they? And we know the quality they're in. I really don't understand the decision of Iraola to leave the club. It's pretty disappointing, I think, from a Bournemouth perspective, for him to leave the club. We'll have to see how this goes. We're just over 5 minutes away from kickoff. This absolutely massive one. You can let your predictions know, let you know predictions in the live chat. I've already put some of my predictions on Finalysis, on the Finalysis app. That is where I put everything. I turn my passion into power, and you can do the same as well, downloading the Finalysis app. I've gone for a very bold prediction today. So, see Andrew's in the live chat. He's gone with a 2-0 win for City. I went with a 3-1 win for City. I've gone bold. I mean, I got the one this weekend right. I predicted a 1-0 win for Manchester City over Chelsea. I thought it'd be a tight game. It was a tight game. In the Premier League circumstances, Chelsea down in 10th now. But a fantastic FA Cup win. And City will come out this season with at least a double, won't we? And of course, in terms of the relegation battle as well, it's worth mentioning. West Ham, 2 points behind Tottenham Hotspur, who have a game in hand. Spurs play Chelsea, the side that City beats the FA Cup final this weekend. If Spurs draw against Chelsea, they guarantee themselves, well, not mathematically, but West Ham would have to win 13-0 on the final day and hope Spurs lose. So a draw today for Spurs against Chelsea would be that. That game's at a quarter past 8 kickoff, so I will keep you guys updated on that one when the game does kick off. Of course, we're approaching half-time before it does. So this one, early kickoff of 7:30. And City playing just a few days after that FA Cup final, so there will be some tired legs in there. Pep Guardiola's looked at that. He has made some changes, and that is Marmoush out and Kovacic in. That's the Donnarumma out in for Trafford as well. Doku and Semenyo in those wide areas have been sort of forming a really good partnership in those wide areas. I mean, questions is, do we still see that partnership next season if Pep Guardiola isn't here? Pep certainly built a squad that he's ready to continue to challenge, I feel. The likes of Doku, Semenyo, Shirky, Haaland. You've got some really good attacking talent there. Phil Foden, we mustn't forget, getting him back to his best defensively with the likes of Vardiol and Mark Gay, who's joined the club now, Kusanov, Diaz, O'Reilly, Nunez. There's so many fantastic players in this City squad, and it's about building upon those, isn't it, really? Of course, that is if they stick around. Big banner here thanking Adoni and Iraola, I think, as well here today, Bournemouth. It is his last home game in charge at the Vitality, and what a fantastic job he's done. I remember not long after Iraola took over at Bournemouth, he came from Rayo Vallecano. I remember him playing a game at the Etihad, and City won, was it 6 or 7 on that day? They absolutely battered Bournemouth that day. I remember Milos Kidikes and Max Aronson at wing-back, and there was a lot of talk about Iraola being sacked, and he said it's probably very likely he got sacked. I think the game after that against City, they lost. But they stuck by their manager, and I think that's something that really does show. Sticking by your manager, getting through the bad times, not just swapping things time and time again. And look at the success Bournemouth have had with that. And, they've had a fantastic season. At the start of the season, I was on Sky Sports in the Sky studio, and they asked us a question. They said, do you think Bournemouth can get Champions League football, or European football anyway, next season? And I voted yes, and they asked the same about Sunderland, and I voted no. And I think a few people were confused. A few people at the time were very much on the Sunderland train. They said, well, we think Sunderland have got more chance than Bournemouth. Both then went through that really poor spell, didn't they, leading up to January, where they lost lots of games, and they dropped down the table massively. They were sort of like 16th place, and now suddenly they're back in 6th again, and that shows the competitiveness of the Premier League, doesn't it? Well, Captain Bernardo Silva leads these City players out here. City in the rain and shine kit once again. Lots of serious faces from these City players. Jeremy Doku, Erling Haaland, Gianluigi Donnarumma. I'm sure there's lots to talk about in this City side. But a win here today does take it to the final day. Anything other than a win today, and we will see Arsenal lift the Premier League title. And of course, it is probably like 90% in Arsenal's favour, isn't it? Right now, if not more, probably 99% in Arsenal's favour. A City win today Maybe that goes down to 98%, but it's still very much in Arsenal's favour, isn't it? The two sides of the field, I'm excited for this one. I am looking forward to this one. I think it'll be a good game. I think Bournemouth are a really good watch. Recruited well, haven't they? I mean, Ryan brought in from Brazilian side, Vasco da Gama, comes in and replaces, Antoine Semenyo and replaced him really, really well. I mean, he's been a really good signing for them. Players that have stepped up. I mean, James Hill was brought in as a younger player, taking him a while to sort of build up to his quality. Alex Scott, probably a player that a lot of Premier League clubs are looking at and saying, I wouldn't mind Alex Scott in our team. He's been very impressive. Truffert as well, the fullback. We know that Marcos Senesi has announced he will be leaving Bournemouth on a free transfer at the end of the season. They've got a very, very good side. They've had a very good season. And I think that Manchester City are in for a very difficult game today. A very difficult game. But I think if we pass this test, take it to the final day, there's a lot of positives there. And if we lose the title by 2 points, so be it. You can't win them all. But we know that Manchester City have given it their best. They've tried. And unfortunately, we can sort of dwell on that result at Everton that maybe cost us a league. But it wasn't just that result at Everton. I mean, City, they've killed themselves in different areas. The draws against Sunderland, Brighton, Chelsea, Spurs throughout the season. Those are situations that have cost us across the season, really. Not just the Everton game, but it will be remembered, that one as well. So City team will run through it again. Donnarumma in goal. A back four of Nunes, Kusanov, Gehi and Nico O'Reilly. A midfield two of Mateo Kovacic and Rodri. And the three behind Erling Haaland up top is Antoine Semenyo, Bernardo Silva and Jeremy Doku. I'm not exactly sure how Pep Guardiola is going to line up his side today. I mean, is it Bernardo off the right and Semenyo and Haaland as the front two and Doku off the left? Or are Semenyo and Doku going to play narrow? Pep Guardiola always willing to sort of switch things up. He will have watched a lot of AFC Bournemouth going into this one, understanding what they do best. A lot of things. And he described going to Bournemouth, Guardiola, before this as like going to the dentist. They don't give you time to breathe. It's not a nice experience. I mean, City lost here 2-1 last season. Goals from Antoine Semenyo in that game. And also, who else scored? I can't remember who scored in that one. It was a 2-1 win, wasn't it? City were 2-0 win. City were very poor in that game. In that day, Antoine Semenyo really, I thought, announced himself as a player on the up, as a sort of top footballer. Bullied Kyle Walker, really bullied Kyle Walker that day. And it's not the end of Kyle Walker's career as well. When City are in that massive run, which was terrible, wasn't that run where we lost nearly every game. Pep Guardiola, grown his side, got them back to the level they want to be. Handshake between Iraola and Pep Guardiola. Pep Linders and Kolo Touré. Uncertainty, of course, around their future as well. I think we might see Kolo Touré be at Manchester City next season. If Pep Guardiola is to leave, or Pep Guardiola is expected to leave. I mean, there's banners here in the crowd saying Pep stay. I mean, everyone wants Pep Guardiola to stay. Here we go. So, Manchester City versus Bournemouth. Are we ready? Let's hope we get a good game of football. Hopefully, we come away with a Manchester City win. Anthony Taylor referees this one. City about to get us underway. Referee taking his time here, Anthony Taylor. And he blows his whistle. We're underway at the Vitality, City and AFC Bournemouth. My last live commentary of the season. Pep Guardiola's last game, possibly, that I commentate on. Clear away by Senesi on this far side, out for a throw into Manchester City. But straight away, it looks like the fullbacks are going high and wide. And Doku and Semenyo are playing very narrow. In behind, close to Erling Haaland. Interesting tactical decision from Pep Guardiola. He just throws it into Doku, takes it on the knee. Back to Bernardo. Poor pass by him. And he sends it long and in behind and all the way through to Petrovic. Just going to spin away on the edge of the box. So James Hill's going to get there. Smith onto Hill. Onto the chest of Hill. And he spins Mateo Kovacic in that midfield. James Hill. The ball into Evan Nielsen. And here's Ryan, the tricky Brazilian, off that right side. Very good acquisition by Bournemouth. Oh, ball behind gate by Tavernier towards Evan Nielsen. And Evan Nielsen is cut out by O'Reilly, but that was a great chance. What a ball by Tavernier. Good running behind. Doku thinks he's fouled here. Referee says no. Throwing Bournemouth from the far side. Energy and intensity from Bournemouth. That is what Iraola's side bring. He skipped past O'Reilly here. And here's Evan Nielsen. And Rodri makes a challenge. Semenyo picks it up. Semenyo off to Nunes. He's give it away in the box here. Tavernier into Krupi. Chance of Krupi. Tackle by Rodri in the box, and Donnarumma slice it away. Out for a throw into Bournemouth, but this is a weak start by Manchester City. Krupi nearly scoring there if it wasn't for Rodri cutting it out in the box, taking it off the boot of the Frenchman. Offered the chance, Krupi, only 19 years of age, to play for Portugal. He said that he wants to play for France. Didn't get called to the World Cup squad. He's only 19. He's got plenty of time, hasn't he? Truffet. Tavernier. Already a dominating performance from Bournemouth. Senesi. In towards James Hill. Switch of play by James Hill. He's over the top here. He's out for a throw-in. Too much on it from the centre-back. But another really good signing, Truffet, for Bournemouth. I mean, you think of the business Bournemouth did this summer. Truffet, one of them, replacing Milos Kudakes. You'd say he's probably outperformed him. Krupi Jr., one of the most sought-after young attacking players in world football right now. And has lost the Truffet here. Here's Tavernier. Alex Scott. Back to Marco Senesi. The ball in behind City, and Kusanov cuts it out. Down to Bernal Silva. Gives it away to Tyler Adams, and Doku in across to Adams. City intercept it. O'Reilly. Kovacic. Across to Kusanov in towards Bernardo Silva. Lovely little flick into Rodri. And ball in behind to Haaland. It was a fantastic opportunity wasted. There's Kovacic snapping into the challenges. Wins the ball back for City. And Kovacic drives the ball forward here. Nicely done by Kovacic. He's had a lively start here for City. Impressive start. Rodri. Kusanov. Back across to Kovacic. A heavy touch, but to Rodri. Back to Kovacic again. Wide left to Nico O'Reilly. Kovacic. Back onto O'Reilly. Cross swung in by O'Reilly. Easily dealt with by Adams. It's a poor clearance, and Ryan has to flick it away from O'Reilly. Out for a throw-in for City. Near the corner flag on the far side. Manchester City now growing into this game a little bit, which is what we want to see. Bournemouth had a good start here. O'Reilly. Kovacic. Into Bernardo Silva. Space out wide right towards Matheus Nunes, who takes on the chest here. Nunes up against Truffet. Away from Truffet. Rodri back into Bernardo Silva. Antoine Semenyo. Against Tavernier. Step overs by Semenyo. One inside, outside. Semenyo on the outside. He's gone here. Semenyo pulls it back to Nunes. He leaves it to Doku. Takes a great touch. Jeremy Doku! Oh, brilliant touch by Doku. Takes it away from a player in the box. But the strike on his left foot is tame. And dealt by Petrovic with good work from Semenyo. Oh, just couldn't get the power in it, Doku, unfortunately. City again here. Rodri, Doku. Doku inside. Doku still. Onto Rodri again here. Rodri slamming his way through onto Semenyo, who works it back out towards Nunes. Matheus Nunes under pressure from Krupi, who pushes Nunes, and he goes back to Kusanov. Good work from the Frenchman. Looking to impress Pep Guardiola today, maybe Krupi, but might be a wasted time to impress the manager. Donnarumma across towards Gay. Mark Gay for Manchester City has been a very good sign, hasn't he, Gay, really? Barring his mistake at Everton and maybe the struggle in the game against Real Madrid, I think he's been very good. Kovacic. Against Alex Scott. Wriggles away from Scott. O'Reilly. Into Rodri. Drop of the shoulder by Rodri in midfield and works into Kusanov on the right side. A bit of space now for City. Nunes wide right. Semenyo and Doku very tight to Erling Haaland in central positions, which is difficult for Bournemouth's back line. Bernardo Silva. Matheus Nunes. Semenyo, heavy touch, but he drags it away from a player and he's chasing down Tavernier. I don't think he fouls Marcus Tavernier, but Anthony Taylor, the referee, thinks so. Free kick goes Bournemouth's way. Well, Semenyo to try and affect the game off that right-hand side, but coming in narrow. Here's Krupi. Kusanov quickly across there, interception. Pull on Kusanov by Truffet, but referee says play on. No foul on him. This is Pep and Stones and Bernie's last away game at Manchester City's Ultra Gamer. Certainly is, isn't it? Certainly is. It's a shame, isn't it, really? I mean, the players you can see come and go, with the manager you don't want to see go. I can deal with Bernardo Silva leaving. I can deal with John Stones leaving. I can deal with Kevin De Bruyne leaving over the years. You know, we've seen these top players leave the club. But to see Pep Guardiola go, that's the biggest one, isn't it, really? That's the most difficult one. Throwing for Bournemouth now. Players come and go. The managers, you know, your culture, everything that the club's built around is Pep Guardiola. To see him go is very difficult. Adam Smith and a good bit of pressing from Antoine Semenyo on this left-hand side. Pep Guardiola in his seat here. Black coat on. High neck sweater. I'm sure he's a lot on his mind, Pep Guardiola, surely. Well, Doku's comes to the right here. And Semenyo's gone to the left right now. Palace have one job in the last day of the season. If we win today, it's Ultra Gamer. I wouldn't back Palace to beat Arsenal. I wouldn't back Palace to get a draw against Arsenal either. I don't think it's going to happen. I do not think it's going to happen. Pep Guardiola still looking on. The camera's focused on him. Creepy back to Hill. Pressed by Rodri, who's the furthest man forward here for City. Senesi. Cross towards Hill. Alex Scott. Step overs. He skips away from Kovacic with ease. Into Krupi. Little back heel back onto Truffet. Nicely worked by Bournemouth here. Palace have one job. Don't leave Ultra Game, but I don't think they're going to do it. Here's Tavernier. Evan Nielsen works it back wide towards Truffet. A bit overhit the pass, but he's still space for the Frenchman to get a cross in, which he does do. It's into the box here. Semenyo defends it away. 90 minutes is a long time at Sellers Park. Arsenal barely beat Burnley at home. I didn't watch the game last night. Ultra Game, right? Purposely avoided it. Senesi. Tell you what, Bournemouth are growing into this one as well. They're a very good side, aren't they? Krupi fires one to Evan Nielsen. Wide right to Ryan. And on towards Smith, and he gets the ball into the box. It's dealt with by Kovacic. O'Reilly away into the channel towards Doku on this left-hand side. Bit of a chance for City to counter here, Jeremy Doku. Up against Tyler Adams, Doku. Back to Rodri. Into Bernardo Silva, the captain here. Just slows things down, does Bernardo. He wants Nunes to offer him that width on that right-hand side. And Pep Guardiola has spoken many times about extra passes. When you make those extra passes, when you slow the game down, you get your players in the position you want them to be in. That's a big thing for Pep Guardiola, and it will be should Enzo Maresca take over. Kusanov, Kovacic. Under pressure from Evan Nielsen. That's a bit slow from Kovacic. Nearly caught out there. Back to Rodri again. And Rodri switches the play towards Mark Gay. Well, there's a lot of questions, I suppose, which will come over Rodri's future at Manchester City. Still not signed a new deal, and maybe he feels that if Pep goes, he goes as well. Switch a player out to Nunes. Matheus Nunes for Manchester City. Semenyo. Inside from Antoine Semenyo. Kusanov, Rodri. Back to Kusanov again. Wide left to Mark Gay. Gay brings the ball forward. Doku asks him to do so. Doku. Back towards Kovacic, who leaves the ball here. Kovacic, and Kusanov recovers. There's some good moments, certainly, from Mateo Kovacic so far today, but also some sloppy moments where he looks a little bit slow. Don't quite trust him sometimes. Defensively, I think he isn't great. Kusanov, Kovacic, Rodri. Into O'Reilly. He's found a bit of central space now, and onto Bernardo Silva. You've got Nunes to the wide right-hand side. Matheus Nunes. Bernardo Silva, O'Reilly. Nico. Bernardo Silva, I mean, O'Reilly playing left foot, but he's now playing sort of right attacking midfield. Rodri. O'Reilly. Back towards Kusanov. Mark Gay. Into O'Reilly again, who's playing very central right now. Affecting the game positively, Kovacic. Kusanov. City trying to keep possession. City trying to build towards something. That's a good ball like Kusanov through to Bernardo. Is it? No, it's cut out. And Bournemouth can counter now. And a fantastic interception by Rodri to stop the counter-attack of Bournemouth. Matheus Nunes. Terrible pass to Haaland when he had Kovacic stood free in space to the left of him. Tyler Adams. Ryan. Adam Smith. Clips one in behind the City defence, and Mark Gay heads it down comfortably to Kovacic, who should turn here, which he does do in the centre circle, and feeds Erling Haaland, who takes on the turn here, Erling Haaland, and he pokes him through to Antoine Semenyo. He could be onside here, Semenyo! Offside, Antoine Semenyo. Poked through by Erling Haaland to Antoine Semenyo, but he's offside. Ooh, it's tight. His legs are onside, but I think his shoulder's offside here, Semenyo. Good finish, but it won't count, unfortunately. And the VAR has confirmed it was offside. Senesi to take this one. Adams, back to Senesi. Do you think Semenyo will celebrate if he scores today? I don't think he'll celebrate. No, I don't think he will. Ryan, and taken off him by Kovacic, but a poor touch by Kovacic, straight back to Ryan. Plays it back to James Hill, who's going to clip it forward in behind the City defence, and read by Mark Gay, heads it down towards O'Reilly, who chests it into his control, and back to Gay. Good touches by Gay into Rodri, really good play from Mark Gay there, he's pushed off the ball as well late. Rodri, he's got so many options here. One of those is Semenyo on the wide right, but he's gone wide left to Doku instead. And Jeremy Doku against Adam Smith, and Doku. Back to Rodri. Into Semenyo. Takes a touch here, Semenyo well against Truffet. Antoine Semenyo. Mateo Kovacic. Wide left to Nico O'Reilly. City have options in the box. We're going to go back out to Kovacic though, Nico O'Reilly. Rodri into Semenyo. Takes in the box here, Semenyo. Back onto Doku. Doku can't weave his way away at all. Kusanov on the edge of the box here. There's space for Kusanov. He could shoot here. Kusanov hits one. Gets it completely wrong, does the Uzbekistan defender. And City's number 45 blazing over the bar. Nice idea. Wrong execution. He pushed forward there. He found a lot of space in the edge of the box. He was sort of the spare man, the extra man. City find him, but Kusanov can't find the back of the net. Can only find the fans in the stands. Bournemouth take this goal kick short. James Hill. Tyler Adams. James Hill. Senesi. Into Truffet. Down the line. Oh, brilliant play. Kusanov and Nunes done here. And here's Tavernier. A fantastic challenge by Mark Gay. That is absolutely top defending from the defender. Comes across. City in big trouble, but one heavy touch from Tavernier shows too much to Gay. Sliding in. Wins the ball. Here's Alex Scott, who slipped, unfortunately for him. He still works it wide left for Tavernier. Truffet. Cross in to Krupi. Tavernier. What a goal by Bournemouth, is it? No. Oh, my word. Evan Nielsen has just missed an absolute sitter. 2 yards away. Fantastic football from Bournemouth. Cut City apart. Puts it on a plate, and Evan Nielsen managed to put it wider over the bar. Combination play by Truffet, Krupi, and Tavernier. And I have no idea how Evan Nielsen's missed that. No idea. Last time we faced Villa at home the last day of the season, we won the league, says Ultra Gamer, yeah. The only thing is, I don't think, I looked at the stat, no one who's gone into the last game of the season top of the league has ever not won it. Or Rodgers give away the ball here on the edge of his box, a handball into the Bournemouth player, get away with it. But no one at the top of the league in the final day has ever lost the league. And that's what you need to think about. That is something to think about. So I know that we've done it against Villa before. We were top on the final day, weren't we? Liverpool went one up and we were losing to Villa. I mean, of course, Arsenal could lose to Crystal Palace. Of course they could. I just don't see it. Just don't see it. And we've got to do the business anyway today. Rodri. Kusanov. Kusanov marauding with the ball forward here. Onto Kovacic. Nico O'Reilly and back to Kovacic. Doku. Fouled here by Adam Smith is Jeremy Doku. Free kick Manchester City. Doku just, his explosive pace. He got into a central area there. That little tiny bit of space just took it round Smith so easily. Pulled him down. If there's one team that could end such a bottle pattern with such a bottle job, it's Arsenal. Possibly. I just feel like they're going to do it. Oh, ball in behind to Haaland here against Petrovic. He's over here behind for a goal kick. Well, not the most positive opening 60 minutes from Manchester City, I wouldn't say. It's not been amazing. I'll have to see. Here's Kusin. Well, some big news as well in the Championship is that Southampton have been kicked out of the playoff final after admitting to spying on teams. They've been replaced by Middlesbrough, but they've already sold out their allocation, so I don't know what happens there. O'Reilly, Rodri. Kusinov. Back into Rodri. Good ball wide to Bernardo Silva. Back to Nunez. Well played, City. Bournemouth are going a bit more front foot now, pressing. Making it difficult. Anything stops Saints being promoted? Yeah, I don't want Southampton to come up, to be honest. Oh, ball over top and dealt with by Adam Smith back to his goalkeeper. I'd rather Southampton don't come back up. Purely because every time they do, they go back down straight away, don't they? Recently. I'd like to see someone different. Middlesbrough and Hull. I'd like Hull to come up out of those two. Rodri wide to Bernardo Silva on this right-hand side. Bernardo. Inside from Bernardo. Back wide right to Semenyo against Truffert. Antoine Semenyo. Takes it away from Truffert. Got a little bit lucky. Nunez. Rodri. Kovacic. Tackled by Scott. It's weak from Kovacic. Very weak. Truffert into Krupi here. And he's flicked it round Kovacic. Good work from Krupi Jr. Back inside. And he plays a fantastic ball into Marcus Tavernier on this left-hand side. He's been very good here, Krupi, up top for them so far. Krupi. Tavernier. He's another one that I wouldn't mind signing, Krupi. Where's he fitting the team, though, with Ilan Khan, I guess? The Will versus the Saints, says Ultra Gamer. Yeah, I mean, Southampton would be so disappointed, but they've sort of broken the rules, haven't they? So, what do you expect? And they admitted to it. They may be better not admitting to it, but they've been caught. And they admitted that they've done it in a few other games as well. So, that's what's got them. Adams. Truffert. Back towards Senesi. James Hill. Well, you usually see Pep Guardiola open, instructing his team. I think he is up. It's hard to see because he's wearing all black. From what I've seen so far, he's been sat in the dugout. Tyler Adams. Senesi. Truffert. Truffert still. Truffert bursts away. Truffert still. Did he get some bodies round him? But it took too much time there. Krupi. Adams. Scott. Back into Marco Senesi. Ball in and dealt with by Gay onto Haaland, who could turn and try and counter it. Bernardo Silva in behind to Erling Haaland. Foot race with James Hill. Haaland's away here. Tyler Adams it is. Erling Haaland for Manchester City. Nobody's up there with him, though. Into Antoine Semenyo, and they get bodies back quick, don't they, Bournemouth? 5 behind the ball straight away, and now they've got everyone back by the time City decide to attack. Don't attack that space, which can be frustrating. Kovacic. Kusinov. Rodri. Kovacic. Rodri. Kusinov. Back to Kusinov again. We've got Bernardo Silva offering support. Back to Rodri. Kovacic on the turn here against Alex Scott. Kovacic a fired ball in towards Nunez. It's tackled by Truffert. Been good at fullback so far. 10 years ago, a team in blue were in a title race against the North London club and won the league. Could history repeat itself? I hope so. I hope so, Ultra Gamer. Got to win today. Alex Scott plays one wide to Ryan here. Ryan onside onto Adam Smith. And ball into the box and blocked by Mark Gay. Behind for a goal kick, but City thought it was offside in the build-up. Basanto is here. Hello to you. And Chimi Wong is here as well. Hello. Welcome. So corner Bournemouth now for City to defend against. So far, this is the first corner of the game in the 21st minute. Marcus Tavernier is going to come over and take it. He's a very good player, Tavernier. I rate him quite highly. I think he's a really impressive player in this Bournemouth team. I mean, alongside Senesi, Scott, Truffert, Ryan, Krupi. Got some really good players. Cross to come in from Tavernier. Plenty of options in the box. In swinger from Tavernier to the far post. Away by Nunez. It's out to Truffert on the edge of the box. Crossing by Truffert to the far post here. Headed away by Rodri. Good header. Haaland sort of lost the flight of the ball there, and there's people ghosting the far post. Alex Scott, nearly dispossessed by Haaland there. Out to Truffert, and it's given away by Bournemouth and throwing Manchester City. But it's not been the most lively performance from City so far. Not the most lively. The fact that Bournemouth have been surviving despite taking away Kirikas, Semenyo and Dean Howson, says Dos Santos. Yeah, if you think Bournemouth, they lost their goalkeeper Kepa in the summer. He was their starting goalkeeper. They lost their starting left-back in Milos Kirikas. They lost a starting centre-back partnership of Zabani and Howson. And they lost 4 of the back 5 there, and their best forward in Semenyo. In the space of 6 months, they've lost their 5 best players. And they're doing better than ever. They're doing better than last season. So, I mean, that's big credit to them, really. Big credit to them. And that shows the quality of Adoni Iraola as well. He's a top manager. Yeah, exactly what you're getting. Top manager Iraola. Shows how quality he is. I mean, Truffert, the good recruitment as well. You have to say, good recruitment. Truffert comes in and replaces Kirikas. You've got sort of Senesi, who was already there already. And James Hill or Diakite was brought in as well to replace Howson and Zabani. They brought in Ryan to replace Semenyo. It's Semenyo here, driving forward. Out to Bernardo Silva, cross in. Towards Haaland, he takes it down here, Erling Khan trying to get his body in the way, and he's dispossessed by Alex Scott on the edge of the box. And the ball to Evan Nielsen here, and Mark Gay in a foot race with Evan Nielsen, who's pushing and pulling Mark Gay all over the place. It's got to be a free kick Manchester City eventually. Having a good battle, the two of them, to try and get to that ball. Gay giving a bit of talking to as well to Kusanov. Gay in a foot race. Just kept getting his body in the way. The Brazilian did really well there. But in his last away game alongside Pep, says Dos Santos, yeah, Stones as well. I mean, Pep Guardiola did say that in the previous game against Brentford, because the fans were chatting for John Stones, he brought him on. Maybe if City are winning this one, he'll do it again. Nunez. Back he goes towards Donnarumma. Out left towards Gay. Thoughts? I mean, if it's not confirmed Pep's going, but he is going. What are your guys' thoughts on Donnarumma under Maresca? Do you think he keeps Donnarumma? Or do you think Enzo Maresca decides to play James Trafford instead? That's a big question. Bernardo Silva on this right-hand side. Bernardo. Over top to Nunez here. Will get there, will he? Nunez? No, just not quick enough and just too much on it from Bernardo Silva. Nice idea. A good ball over top. We just couldn't capitalise upon it. Good chance for City there. Frustrating. We couldn't score. Enzo Maresca, when he was at the City youth system, when he was in charge there, won the trophy. James Trafford was his starting goalkeeper, so he obviously rates James Trafford. Trafford's much better on the ball than Donnarumma. I mean, can Donnarumma play the way Maresca wants to play, or does Maresca have to adapt the way he wants to play? Not use Donnarumma in the build-up? I mean, these are big questions, aren't they? Big questions to be asked. Alex Scott and City have been played apart here so easily. Big trouble. Ball forward by Scott. All the way through to Donnarumma. It's poor by City, though. Really poor there. I think it was Kovacic just not doing his job. Rodri. Well, Rodri's been struggling with a groin injury, hasn't he? He actually struggling in training. He didn't actually do any sort of full training before he played in the FA Cup final against Chelsea this weekend. He starts again today. I mean, it's no one, is it, for Rodri to put his body on the line? Do you think Maresca will sell anyone, says Dos Santos? I think more than Maresca's decision to sell players, I think we'll have players that say, listen, I want to go. I really have that feeling, unfortunately. What was a chance for City here? Kovacic into Haaland. Found a bit of space. Erling Haaland's got Doku to the left of him. Works it wide left to Jeremy Doku. Doku for City. Doku. Still Doku. Across the box here, Doku. It deflects. It's behind for a corner as it hit the side netting. I mean, if Pep stays, which he won't be doing, but, you know, I expect someone like Nico Gonzalez to leave, Omar Mouche to leave. If Maresca comes in, I mean, does Rico Lewis stick around? Because Lewis played a lot of football in the treble-winning season. Maresca at the time was, of course, City's assistant coach. Well, there's a bit of a talking to Ryan here. Bernardo Silva saying he's too close. Ryan, the winger, pretty much stood right next to Bernardo Silva, so he can't play it short the corner. Swing it instead, which he will do. Rodri gets his head on it. O'Reilly's there. It's flicked away back out to O'Reilly. Someone get a shot on it. Maybe Erling Haaland will. And I think it's saved by Jona Petrovic, is it? Flies out. Haaland slams it from the near post. It hits Evan Nielsen. Don't think it was going to go in. Petrovic might have saved it. Another crossing by Bernardo Silva. Headed away by Tyler Adams. Flicked on by Krupi Jr. Matheus Nunes. Oh, beautiful first time pass out to Bernardo Silva there on the volley. In by Bernardo again. Yeah, Mark Gay attacks it. And there's a foul apparently against Mark Gay on Adam Smith. And Gay stayed down here holding the ankle here. Hopefully he's okay here, Mark Gay. He landed funny on his ankle there as he come down. Cross comes in from Bernardo. A header cleared away from Adam Smith. I didn't think it was much of a foul from Mark Gay, but Anthony Taylor, referee, thinks so. Well, this result suits Bournemouth. They would get a European spot next season with a draw, and Arsenal would win the league with a draw. Manchester City have to win today. It's a bit of a break in play. Why Adam Smith and Mark Gay back to the feet. And they're back to the feet, and O'Reilly's found Gay now. Here is Kusanov. A bit of pressure here. Kusanov from Krupi onto Nunes. Back to Bernardo Silva. Well played. Bernardo Silva always knows when to drop deep, doesn't he? And find that bit of space. There's a ball through here, and it could find Jeremy Doku, and James Hill with a fantastic challenge on Doku last ditch. Doku found himself in behind. James Hill with a sliding challenge. Wonderful interception there. Doku through the centre of the pitch there. It's on the end of a ball. What a challenge by James Hill. Brilliant. I mean, could he be in the England squad, James Hill? Could he be in the England squad for the World Cup? He's been brilliant for Bournemouth. If City lose, Arsenal win the league. If City draw, Arsenal win the league. It's Kusanov. Semenyo. Kusanov. Bernardo Silva. Kusanov again. Kusanov still into Haaland. Passes poor. Trying to fire into his path. And Gay's going to cut this one out to Evan Nielsen. Mark Gay. Well played, Gay. I think he's having a very good game again, Mark Gay, you know. A very good game. Rodri. Kusanov onto Bernardo Silva. Rodri. Nunes. Back to Bernardo Silva. Well, City's certainly patient, aren't they, in the build-up? Certainly patient, trying to come away with a win in this one. I'd like to see a little bit more urgency if we can. Kovacic, Rodri. Over top to Haaland. It's a poor pass by Rodri. It's dealt by Ryan. And he heads it all the way back to his goalkeeper. And that's more forward thinking from City, but not working out. Not working out. Truffert. Oh, City have the ball there with Erling Haaland. Tries to pass it onto Doku, but the hold-up play is not great. Back to Petrovic. I think it'd be 2-0 City. Well, I predicted 3-1. Now, obviously, that was probably ambitious from me. Here's Semenyo, turn for City, chance here. Semenyo drives into Haaland here. Haaland can get it on the turn here. Haaland should get there maybe. Slow to react, Erling Haaland. Alex Scott takes a really good touch and a pass fired into him. And here's Ryan against O'Reilly. Ryan. And towards Scott. Adams. Marcos Senesi, whose girlfriend actually plays for the Bournemouth women's team as well. And he's moving away from Bournemouth this season. So I wonder if she moves as well. Bit like Alicia Lerman and Douglas Sawiti's situation, if you remember that one. Nunes, great pass into Bernardo Silva. He turns his, does Bernardo. He's too slow to make the passes. He gets it in time to Doku here. And Jeremy Doku. Can we see a bit of magic from the Belgian? Doku on this left-hand side. Doku inside to Rodri. Rodri. Semenyo. Semenyo shoots. It's blocked away. Into hands the goalkeeper Petrovic. Erling Haaland frustrated with his teammates there. That didn't really work out. A chance for Semenyo to shoot in the edge of the box. Easily deflected away. Senesi. Beautiful pass into Krupi, who takes it so well. I think Krupi's having a great game up top. Really is. Hold up play, link up play is brilliant. Adam Smith here. Into Ryan. Back to Alex Scott. Well, Marco Rosa is the man who's going to come in, isn't he, and take over from Iraola. Interesting acquisition for them. Gay does well to get cut out a pass towards Ryan. Taken down by the Brazilian. It's a free kick City. But yeah, Marco Rosa, going to obviously change up Bournemouth a little bit, isn't he? Plays a similar sort of intensive style. His best football really under Marco Rosa, or his best sort of stint in his career. If you remember Borussia Mönchengladbach, City actually faced him in the Champions League. It was during the lockdown season. City played them actually at the Puskás Stadium. Kevin De Bruyne scoring that day. He's Semenyo on his right side. He drives away from Truffet. And then he runs it all the way out of play for a throw. And that's really poor from Semenyo. That was Marco Rosa's best time. I mean, he went to Leipzig and Dortmund after that, and things didn't really work out for him. An exciting manager. He had Alexander Player. He had Marcus Thuram in his team. Florian Neuhaus, remember him? He was like the next big thing, wasn't he? The German midfielder. And then, I don't know what he's doing now. I think he could still be at Gladbach, Neuhaus. But really, his development stunted in Gladbach as well. Become a pretty poor side not long after that. Here's Krupi. Bit of an overhit pass to James Hill, who still controls it really well. Hill. Over top and in behind here. And Nielsen against Gay. Got hold of Mark Gay, and Gay does really well. Doku. Right the challenge of Smith, and he spins him. Doku goes down. It's a foul by Adam Smith. Free kick. Smith can't believe it. Neither can Alex Scott, but it looked like a foul to me. Doku had got round him. Frustrated. Ball for that one. And Anthony Taylor here is going to the technical area here to have a bit of a talk with a Bournemouth assistant coach. Well, the game wants to continue, but Anthony Taylor is still going to talk with the Bournemouth coaches here. I think they've been told to stop coming out in the technical area, really, or getting too much involved, or something like that. Anyway, here's Kusanov. Kovacic. O'Reilly's made a good run here. The throwing has gone Bournemouth's way. O'Reilly can't believe it. I mean, he plays at left back, O'Reilly, doesn't he? But a lot of time he finds himself in such attacking positions. In the 10, in the pockets. Wide left, wide right. Holding midfield, central midfield, wherever you want him to play. Very versatile. Alex Scott up and underneath it. Gay heads it forward straight to Bournemouth. That's a bad decision by Mark Gay. Really bad decision. Here's Ryan. Krupi, and he leaves it for Gay, who wins it back. He's made up for his mistake. Gay. Haaland. Back onto Gay. Doku. O'Reilly. Pep Guardiola a little frustrated in the sidelines at the moment. He stood up, his arms are folded. He's not exactly happy with everything City are doing today. O'Reilly. Rodri. Dispossessed here, Rodri. I mean, again, Bournemouth complain, but Rodri gets his body in the way of the ball. Tyler Adam kicks Rodri. It's always going to be a foul. Rodri. Bernardo Silva. Into Semenyo. Turns as Antoine Semenyo. Ball through to Haaland here. He's not quick enough. James Hill goes down. Free kick Bournemouth. I mean, Erling Haaland just runs into James Hill there. Hardly intentional. I think James Hill there, the burst of pace from James Hill. I mean, he beats Hill. I mean, Erling Haaland's supposed to be quick, isn't he? We've seen Haaland be quick, but James Hill comes across him there incredibly quick. And the yellow card's come out for someone now. From Anthony Taylor. It's Tyler Adams for complaining. He's still complaining, Tyler Adams. Needs to be careful here. Sarcastic applause, apparently, from Tyler Adams that got him the yellow card. Hill into Kovacic and ball over the top to Haaland. And poor ball by Kovacic. And Senesi going to try... He's looking of his own here over the top. And Nunez. Pressure from Krupi. Nunez as well against Krupi there. Kusanov. Rodri. Clips into Erling Haaland. Can he hold it up, Haaland? He can do. Holds off James Hill. Well played, Erling Haaland. He's hold up play better, but difficult. Under a lot of pressure. Rodri. Over the top to Doku's Port. Adam Smith deals with it. But Al Silva can't be quick enough to pick up the second ball. Back to Senesi and City again. Trying something, but not working out at all. Here's Evan Nielsen. Wide left to Truffet. He actually, if he turned the other way, had a pass to Alex Scott in lots of space there. Evan Nielsen. Tyler Adams. James Hill. Adams. Alex Scott. Scott again. Back to James Hill once more. Across to Senesi. Into Truffet. Back they go to Senesi. A lot of possession for Bournemouth, you know. They've done really well. They get back to the goalkeeper, Petrovic. Alex Scott. Good play from Scott. Then in towards Tavernier, who turns really well. And wide left towards Truffet. Against Matis Nunes. Cross comes in. Pull it back to Krupier. Krupier with a strike. What a goal. 1-0 Bournemouth. What a goal that is. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant goal by Krupi. Absolutely brilliant goal. And I think that might be Manchester City done in this one. Shocking performance so far. And a brilliant goal by Krupi. Brilliant goal by Krupi. Crap defending by Nunes and co. And Krupi bends into the top corner. I mean, Donnarumma doesn't even try and save it. It's a brilliant goal by Krupi Jr. He's an absolutely world-class player at 19, isn't he? Well, he's going to be anyway. Great work from Alex Scott here. Balling towards Tavernier. City's midfield lost it. Balling behind to Truffet. Nunes can't get there. Kusanov is tracking too deep. Edge of the box. It's pulled back to Krupi. Kusanov doesn't get out to him quick enough. And he just uses Kusanov to bend it into that far corner. Past Donnarumma. I mean, Donnarumma's got probably no chance if he even dives for it anyway, but I'd like to see my goalkeeper try and save it, to be honest. Brilliant finish by Krupi. Fantastic goal by Bournemouth and 1-0. And that, right now, is City's title race run. It was anyway at 0-0. It certainly is at 1-0 down. Not good enough. Not good enough at all for Manchester City. And here they're in again here with Krupi. Oh. And he's gone off. They've put the offside flag up now against Krupi. And Mark Gay is down. He's hurt. Well, this is the problem, isn't it? You don't put the offside flag up. And a player gets injured straight from the kickoff here. It's Rodri. With a poor pass to Kusanov, and he can't control it. He passes straight back to Bournemouth. Luckily, Krupi's offside. It's terrible from City. We were never going to play well after needing to go full strength in the FA Cup finals 3 days ago. Well, we're playing a little bit like we did in the FA Cup final Ultra Gamer, which is not very good. And if you don't play good, you don't win games, do you? Most of the time. And City don't deserve to be. I mean, Bournemouth fully deserve to be in the lead here today. Fully deserve it. Nunes. Into Haaland. Rodri. He's got to look for the forward pass here, Rodri. Doesn't do. He goes backwards. City had so many runners there. Mark Gay, you've got to lift the standards now. Got to lift the intensity. Here's Doku. Ball into the box here. Ryan flicks it onto the far post and Truffaut heads it away. Kusanov. The City have got to score 2 to win this one now, at least, and they've got to come from behind. Kusanov. Semenyo. Bernardo. Terrible pass by him to Senesi. Rodri onto Haaland. Another poor pass by Rodri in that midfield. Rodri onto Kovacic. He's a little bit lucky with it, and Gay wide to Nunes. Matheus Nunes, he was poor for the goal there. Really poor for the goal. Mark Gay. So Bournemouth will be playing Champions League football next season, possibly. Kusanov with a pass wide. Poor pass by Kusanov right into the hands of Petrovic. He's been poor, Kusanov. Adam Smith. Alex Scott. We're getting played off the park here. Tell you what, Bournemouth are absolutely playing City off the park here. Tyler Adams. Challenged by O'Reilly. Can't keep it in, throwing Bournemouth. What a brilliant, brilliant finish by Krupi. Just bends it round the defenders. Fantastic finish. And you saw the City heads drop. Very poor performance. Here's Tyler Adams, heads it forward here. Back out for a throw-in for City. O'Reilly to throw this one in. Docky with a pass. It's deflected for ball player throwing anyway. O'Reilly to take the throw in. And then Doku well, in the back of Jeremy Doku comes Adam Smith. Referee says no foul. Frustrating. Well, the man in the crowd who had the Arsenal bottle in his hand, he's in the crowd again today, and he's made a fool of himself, hasn't he? Foul by City, free kick Bournemouth. City really struggling with the midfield, I think. Not really much positive in it. It's going to be a free kick to Bournemouth, and the game has just sort of moved away from Manchester City right now. And this is the biggest game in Bournemouth history on. They give it away to Rodri here. And Rodri into Haaland and Erling Haaland. Great feet from him. And then it's good pass to Semenyo. He managed to control it, Semenyo. And he pokes one through to Bernardo Silva. And no one makes a run. And it's into the hands of the goalkeeper. And a City chance there that looked like he was building. Thrown away. Foul on Gay as they know they play on Kusanov. Gay again. Back he goes to Kusanov. Gay forward and cut out by James Hill. Long and away by Petrovic. And Gay's beaten then. O'Reilly heads it back to Mark Gay. Onto Kovacic, into Rodri. Gay again. Onto Kovacic's turn. Let's go forward here. Wide left to Jeremy Doku. Can City get a goal just before half-time? 2 added minutes have been added on here. The vitality. Doku. Kovacic into the box. It's a Haaland and lumped away by Marcos Senesi. And Mark Gay's gone down here after being slammed into by Evan Nielsen off the ball. He's not happy, Mark Gay. He's not happy with Evan Nielsen. Evan Nielsen clatters into the back of Mark Gay. Slams on the floor and then kicks his boot at him as well. And he's struggling with the physicality game of Evan Nielsen, who's being very, very aggressive off the ball as well. He's fouled Gay there, and I mean, Anthony Taylor's not seen it, which is no surprise, is it? Nunes. Out to Semenyo. Terrible touch by Semenyo. Rodri can't control it. Counter come Bournemouth again. Here's Krupi. Marcus Tavernier. Bournemouth can go and kill the game maybe for two. Tavernier switches the play. Gage just managed to get a touch on it and put it behind for a throw-in. I mean, Kovacic there is asking his teammates to come back as well, to trap back. I mean, what can Kovacic say? Because he don't trap back either. Throw-in to come from James Hill. (1,043rd game as manager for Pep Guardiola. It's a lot of games, isn't it? A lot of games. Throw-in from James Hill. It's going to be a long one from Bournemouth. It's into the box. It's launched in. Donnarumma comes out, does claim it. He can't throw out because Krupi fouls him. That is half-time. I'll be going up for analysis at half-time right now to make my thoughts known, turn my passion into power. Manchester City have been pretty poor. And there's a reason why they 1-0 down. Bournemouth have been pretty good. Be right back for the second half after this short break.
not let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it, 'cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Yeah. What's on the other side of inhibition? Ooh, I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so cool.
Tryna get my attention, tryna get your redemption. But now that I'm gone, you want me back. Yeah, I gave
12, gon' find your ass way in New Orleans. Watch I look, I'm jugging. Dissect your hand if your hand in my put and put two in your man if your man keep a looking. Act like a poop, your bitch get tookin'. I'm not the type to go fuck with them niggas who fuck with them niggas who stay on some fish. Oh, young and trapping out the bando. From the ceiling fan to the damn floor, trying to stack my money up. Cause that's the only way we can go. Tell my mama that I'm okay. See the money coming through the doorway. Got a bad bitch with a lot of money, that's foreplay. Okay, they watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me. They watching me, they watching me, they watching me.
You got me trapped inside this spell. Now I feel like your demons drag me close to hell. I can feel that.
Too cold, standing in the middle of the downpour, looking in the mirror 'cause it's only you that you have to leave. Headed backward on a one-way, trying to stop from running but you can't wait. Bury all the evidence you lonely learn when you crash and burn. A red
So I was over on Finalis at half-time, giving my half-time thoughts. Manchester City are in the tunnel ready to come out here. AFC Bournemouth. Bournemouth already back out on the pitch, or are about to make their way out as well. Manchester City have got to step up in the second half. It's been a terrible first half. Flat. Intensity's not been there, and it's been something that Bournemouth have shown and Manchester City haven't. Pep Guardiola looked pretty stressed as he scratches his head here on the sidelines. He sits back down on the bench, ready for this second half, where Bournemouth do lead by 1-0. Of course, as we know, anything other than a win today for Manchester City would mean the title hopes are well and truly over. All depends on this performance. And Pep Guardiola, he's shaking his head. He looks really unhappy on the sidelines. He really does. He really does look unhappy here. And I don't blame him. His side have been poor. I don't get the Kovacic starting thing, to be honest. It's not worked well at all. When there's talks here about between Bernardo and Nunes, and they're arguing on the pitch here, Bernardo and Nunes. And Bernardo and Nunes having a bit of a disagreement, really, about what they think the right thing to do, maybe in situations. I mean, the captain there trying to tell Nunes what he needs to do. I don't know what Pep's told the team tactically at half-time, but maybe it's not worked because Nunes and Bernardo don't look to be on the same page right now. Semenyo looks like he's He's not stepping up. He looks a bit... It just looks... Everything's quite flat. I'm not sure if the news around Pep Guardiola has caused that. It possibly has done. Maybe it's derailed Manchester City. But a fantastic Krupi goal, a well-worked goal by Bournemouth, gives them the lead. Second half underway here. Here's Mark Gay, forward by the number 15. James Hill clears it away for throwing for Manchester City on this the near side. So City have got to step up differently in this second half. And Pep Guardiola is already giving some big orders to Matheus Nunes here. That's a terrible throw in by O'Reilly straight back to Bournemouth. Flicked on by Krupi. Here's Mark Gay. Pivots on the ball here, Gay. Kusanov. Bernardo Silva. Semenyo. Lovely spin by Semenyo in a tight area. Semenyo into Haaland here. Good touches by Haaland as well. City could be in here. Haaland onto O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly! Missed it. Back out to Doku. Oh, he just missed a sitter. Nico O'Reilly just missed an absolute sitter. Crap. Crap finish by O'Reilly. Just missed an absolute sitter. Haaland sets up O'Reilly, missed the sitter. Here's Rodri. Semenyo. Back to Rodri. Rodri's stuck in the corner here and he wins a corner. Well done, Rodri. But how's O'Reilly missed that chance there? One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Great work by Semenyo, by the way. Pivots in the midfield, spins his way through into Haaland, who goes round James Hill. He lays it off to O'Reilly. What a ball through. And he just hits it right at the goalkeeper's right hand. It's a massive miss by Nico O'Reilly. A chance he should be burying. Really should be burying it. Massive chance and City should be level. Minutes into the second half, really. They come out with a bit more energy here. City, Rodri. Semenyo. I just don't know how O'Reilly's missed that chance, to be honest. Kusanov. Mark Gay. Back he goes to Donnarumma. Donnarumma clips it forward here. It's a lovely ball into Rodri. O'Reilly. Haaland. Offside, Erling Haaland here. He's not too lazy there, Erling Haaland, to get back onside. And offside against the Norwegian. Pep Guardiola's asking the linesman if he's sure, I think, that Haaland was offside there. Oof. I tell you what, Haaland might be about a millimetre offside there, if that. How's the linesman put his flag up for that one, but when someone runs through, he's not? Don't get it. Truffet. Rodri. Back they go towards Senesi. Pep Guardiola's going mad at the linesman here. Here's Alex Scott. Over top to Ryan here on the right side. Here's Ryan. He's got Adam Smith in the overlap. Ryan shoots here, blocked by O'Reilly. But now Silva to Doku, and City can counter-attack on their own now. Doku, but just ain't got the pace, really, for the counter-attack, to be honest. Lisa's here. Hello to Lisa. Here's Doku. Antoine Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo still. He has to score the goals here, City now. Semenyo back towards Kusanov. Rodri. Kovacic. Space out wide towards Nunes, and he's found him. Mateo Kovacic on the chest of Nunes now. Nunes on this right-hand side. What do you think to Pep, says Lisa? Yeah, it's hard to take. Oh, City here, nearly done. Tavernier can't get there. I think it's the end of an era, to be honest. Could be the end of the era of Manchester City. Here's Rodri. Into Kovacic, found him. Kovacic through to Haaland again here. Haaland gets there, does he know? Good defending by Ryan. Behind for a corner for Manchester City. The winger playing fullback for a second there, sliding in, keeping the ball away from Erling Haaland. Opportunity. Couldn't score it. That Haaland offside, I don't know if he's offside there. Corner, and it comes. Gay with a header. Haaland back into the box. Rodri tries to take it. Away by Evan Nielsen. Nunes. Bad pass out to Bernardo Silva. It's dealt with by Ryan. It's a throw in for City on the far side. City come again. Bernardo Silva back towards Kovacic. And towards Gay. Bernardo Silva. City doing their best. Bernardo. Kovacic. Rodri. Mark Gay. Kovacic again here. Semenyo makes a run. Over top. Headed away by Senesi. Alex Scott. Ryan under pressure there from Gay. Can't go anywhere. He puts it out for a throw-in. Gay gives it to O'Reilly. I mean, does O'Reilly start the World Cup for England at left back, surely? Doku here. Against Adam Smith. And Alex Scott back heels it into Ryan brilliantly. And they cut through City's midfield again here. And Creepy with a wonderful ball to Tavernier. And Nunes chases him. A good ball by Creepy. He's been brilliant. Adams. Senesi. Out they go again. Senesi. James Hill. Back to the goalkeeper, Petrovic. Adams across towards James Hill. Alex Scott. Adam Smith forward, straight to O'Reilly. City can come again here. Nico O'Reilly. Bernardo Silva onto Haaland, and it's cut out again. Not good enough from City, and the midfield's opened up here. And City are going to get done on the counter, are they? And here's Tavernier, and Bournemouth have got 4 steaming forward. Creepy to Truffet, into Evan Nielsen! And a big save from Donnarumma. Down low to his right-hand side. Creepy again, cutting City open. What a ball through. It goes wide to the left back, Truffet, who crosses one in. It was actually going wide. I don't think it was going in from Evan Nielsen. But Donnarumma makes the save anyway, corner ball. Donna could save Titanic's Ultra Gamer. He can't save a corner though, can he? Cross comes in from Alex Scott. Headed away by Matis Nunes. Truffet in the air. Haaland, Kovacic. Oh, terrible clearance from Kovacic up and underneath it. Ryan are pushing the back from Nunes. City can break here. Haaland, wide to Bernardo Silva. Need the runners now. Absolutely no runners. Kovacic. Brings the ball forward for City. Kovacic. Oh, ball through to Haaland here. And it's sent him a bit too far wide. Haaland inside. Haaland back out towards Rodri. Far post to Doku. Doku! Can't hit it. Bernardo gets back there. Bernardo hits it. Into hands of Petrovic. Another chance wasted by a very wasteful Manchester City. Doku couldn't hit it. O'Reilly should have scored earlier. City have another chance wasted. Another chance wasted. Here is Bernardo Silva. City come again. Rodri. O'Reilly, and back we go. What are we doing? I mean, Pep Guardiola's frustrated there himself. City have a chance to attack and we go backwards. What are we doing? Going backwards. Bernardo Silva. Nunes. Kovacic. O'Reilly. Poor pass again, but Gay does well to take it on the chest. Kovacic against Alex Scott. To throw in Manchester City's way. City are struggling here. Alex Scott wanted a free kick for that. Well, Shirky, Savinho and Phil Foden are coming on here. Pep Guardiola is making 3 changes. He's not happy. 3 massive changes from Pep Guardiola. Savinho, Shirky, Foden. He's lost it, Pep Guardiola. He's absolutely lost it. He's going all out attack. Mark Gay takes the ball down here. Back to Donnarumma. And towards Rodri. Mark Gay again on this left-hand side. And City bring the ball forward now. Gay. Passing to Bernardo. Good ball. Rodri. Rodri over top to the right side towards Nunes. On the chest of Nunes. Turns away. Well played, Nunes. Taken down from Ryan from behind. Free kick, Manchester City. And it's going to be the changes now for City. Isn't it? All three changes come on now for Manchester City. Pep Guardiola rolls the dice. Shirky, Foden and Savinho all coming on here. Well, it's going to be the captain, Bernardo Silva, leaving the pitch. Interesting. So Bernardo Silva leaves the pitch for Ryan Shirky. Mateo Kovacic leaves the pitch for Phil Foden. And Savinho will come on for Antoine Semenyo. Well, Antoine Semenyo's not been great today, and Pep Guardiola takes him off at the 55-minute mark. And he's returned to the vitality. I think he's unhappy, Semenyo, really, with that, but he hasn't been good enough, so good decision is Savinho. Can he start to hit the ground running a little bit? 2 games left in the season. He's had about 2 good games all season. Rodri. Back into Savinho. Can't get there. Krupi. Tavernier. It's already gone out. Throwing to Manchester City. Guardiola wants his team to attack now. He's brought attacking players on. Attempt to do that. Not going to happen, is it, though? Right now, O'Reilly should have scored. It should be 1-1. Thrown in by Nunes. Savinho. Dispossessed too easily. Krupi flicks it up and clears it away. And in behind him, Mark Gay. Back to his goalkeeper, Donnarumma. Into Kusanov. Anything less than 3 points, it's over, City. Kusanov. Rodri. Into O'Reilly. Once again, Nico O'Reilly goes backwards. Not been impressed with O'Reilly today. Kusanov. Nunes. Bursting forward here, Matheus Nunes. He's got to find a pass now. He takes way too long. And Tavernier just takes it off his boot. Crap. Gay. Evan Nielsen throws himself to the deck. He gets his body in the way really well. Shirky's lost it now. Terrible from Shirky. Tavernier, Adams and Tavernier, and options there for the opposition. Rodri should intercept that one. He does do, Rodri. Good play. Bournemouth want a free kick. They're not going to get it. Rodri. Oh, he slipped here, Rodri. And he's given the ball back to Bournemouth. What are we doing? City all over the place right now. What is Rodri doing? Miscontrols the ball, trips over it, gives Bournemouth the ball back. Here's Truffet. Ball in. Blocked by Kusanov. He's gone down here. I think he's going to be okay. I think the ball caught him between the legs there. Rodri looks absolutely done physically. Looks so tired. And he's playing in the midfield on his own now with Foden and Shirky in front of him. How long before we see Stones of Ardiel maybe come on? James will take his throw in near the 60th minute mark now. Bournemouth know they're not far away from European football next season. Big long throw from Hill. Headed away by Haaland. Away by Nunes to Savinho. Counter City, Savinho. Savinho, foul from behind here by James Hill. And it's going to be a free kick Manchester City. But I think it's going to be a yellow card for James Hill. And it is a James Hill yellow card there. Savinho on the way through fell on, I think it was Tyler Adams. He went and checked him straight away. Because he caught the ankle of Tyler Adams, I think, there. Frustrating, isn't it? I just don't see where the goals are coming from here right now. Kusanov in there. Can't get there. City are playing just so many attacking players to try and cut Bournemouth apart, but we can't do. We can't get the ball forward right now. Back towards Gay by Rodri. We're struggling in the build-up. You know, we need to see O'Reilly. We need to see Foden drop. I mean, Bournemouth had one shot on target and scored, by the way. 4 attempts, 1 on target they've scored. City 7 attempts, 4 on target. Oh, we give the ball away again with O'Reilly. And here's Krupi. And wide to Tavernier. And Truffert, and he's off again here, Truffert. Into Evan Nielsen. Back heels it. Krupi! Oh, he should have passed it to Ryan. And he screams it over the bar. That should have been 2 in game. But I tell you what, Bournemouth are playing the better football here. Bournemouth are much better football. 1 touch, 2 touch stuff. By far the better team. They might not have had as many shots on target, but they've been far the better team. Krupi there's trying to put it in the top left-hand corner. Crossing by Bournemouth. Out to Alex Scott on the far side. Watch it go behind for a corner to Bournemouth. The fans are right behind me at the Vitality. And Manchester City, not good at all. Not a good performance at all. Have to see. Have to see what's happening here. I don't know what City are going to do. They don't like scoring right now. I don't like scoring right now. Cross to come in from Tavernier. Cross comes in. Far post. Header! Oh! Did someone... I don't know how that didn't go in there. I think Ryan, on the turn, puts it wide. See here, cross comes in. It's headed down by James Hill. It comes off Ryan, who then managed to control it right in front of goal. He hits it, and he hits the left-hand post from close range. That should have been 2, and that should have been the game for Bournemouth again. 2 big chances missed by them. Manchester City are riding the luck. Nunez. Back he goes to Kusanov. City are struggling to get the ball forward, to be honest. Rodri. Rodri's been very poor. Here's Evan Nielsen. Away from Rodri. Wide left to Tavernier. They're all over City here, Bournemouth. Tavernier. Adams. Tavernier, Truffert. Tavernier. Back towards Adams. And back they go towards Senesi. Back he goes to James Hill. Smith, the captain. Forward from the right side fullback. O'Reilly heads it down. Foden gets there to Ryan. Turnfill, forwards, forwards, forwards. In towards Rodri. He's struggling today. Rodri doesn't look fit to me. Here's Phil Foden. In towards Doku. Doku. We need to see something from Jeremy Doku, really. Doku. Doku to the edge of the box to Rodri. Rodri hits one. He blaze it up and over the bar. Poor attempt by Rodri. Poor by Manchester City all round. Comes up on the bobble. Rodri's strike and he just lifts it up and over the bar. Well, the City fans are right behind the team still, but I don't know. I don't know how City get back into this right now. Here is Kusanov, Rodri, Foden, back to Gay. Rodri. Phil Foden. Pressure from Scott, Doku. Against Smith, Doku past him. What can he do though, Jeremy Doku? Because he's not really made an impact so far today. Doku, drop of the shoulder, Doku. Doku into the box here. Headed away by Bournemouth. Comes out to Kusanov, on towards Matis Nunes. Not seen much from Savinho just yet. Savinho. Stepo is on the outside, Savinho. Truffert deals with him absolutely easily. Terrible from Savinho. Really poor. And City have been crap. They really have. I mean, that O'Reilly goes in right early on in the start of this half, then maybe City turn the game around, but just can't see it at all. It's not a good performance. It's flat, lacking intensity, lacking energy. You could say it's to do with the FA Cup game just a few days ago. Well, the Bournemouth fans are right behind their team here. They're going to get European football on the back of this because City have got to score 2 goals, haven't they, to win this game. At the moment, you don't see where one's coming from for the draw, and a draw won't be enough, and a draw would still be enough for Bournemouth Foden. Wide to Doku. It's over here. Doku's kept it in, has he? No. Doku said it didn't go out. The referee said it did. The whole ball does not cross the line there. Doku kept it in. Wrong decision by the linesman. Wrong decision by the linesman and referee again. Throwing to be taken by James Hill. O'Reilly forward. Adam Smith. Foden wins it back. Adam Smith for the late one and Phil Foden there on the ankle. Referee says no foul. Foden gets back to his feet after a foul by Adam Smith. Here's James Hill again on the throw-in. In it goes. Mark Gay against Evan Nielsen. They've taken it away from Rodri. And Krupi, first time pass wide to Tavernier. What a ball. Here is Tavernier. It's in behind to Truffert. And he's blazed it over the bar. Manchester City have been terrible. Absolutely terrible. Brilliant by Truffert there. Tries to cross it and it's blocked away by Nunes. Bournemouth have been brilliant. And Manchester City certainly haven't. Corner ball Bournemouth, but yeah. This is where the titles run. Scott's going to swing it in. In from Alex Scott. Head away by Nunes. Throwing Bournemouth. You just don't see what City can do here. There's no intensity. There's no... They just don't see what they're bothered about scoring, to be honest. No urgency at all. The urgency came right at the start of the second half, and it's dropped off again now. And Bournemouth have absolutely dominated the game since that O'Reilly chance. In from James Hill. Launched in. Away by Erling Haaland. Back in by Bournemouth into the hands of Donnarumma. Could do with getting forward a bit quicker here. Donnarumma trying to throw it out. He's got Evan Nielsen on him. Oh, he's just... And then he goes wide to Kusanov now, Donnarumma. Here's Kusanov. 25 minutes to score 2 goals. Savinho. Turns away. Tavernier. Nunes. Back to Savinho. Who's trying tricks and flicks and he's given it away. A foul on Savinho. He was injured there. His career looked like it was over the way he rolled around the floor and suddenly he's back to his feet once the referee give the free kick. I don't like that. Do not like that. Rodri. Spin by Adams who takes it off. Rodri just holds him back. Advantage goes Bournemouth's way. Back to Senesi. Scott. Wide to Ryan against O'Reilly. Here's Ryan. Burst past O'Reilly on the outside. Ball comes in and Donnarumma has to make a save on the deflection. Deflected cross and Donnarumma has to go to his near post and just get a hand on it. It was going in at that near post. It's a decent save by Donnarumma. So much energy from this Bournemouth side. Pace, energy, directness, drive, determination, intensity. They want to win this game. Only one team wants to win this game, really. And at the moment, it's the home side wearing the black and red stripes. And Manchester City are running out of time to step it up. They really are running out of time here. Cross to coming from Tavernier. In by Tavernier. Far post a chance. It comes off Kusanov. It's another corner to Bournemouth. It's crap by City. City really struggling here. Really struggling. Corner ball. Well, Shirky's on the field. I don't know what Shirky's done since he's come on. Corner ball for Bournemouth, and this game is drifting away from Manchester City more and more. More and more. Cross comes in again. Oh, Donnarumma's flapped it. And they've given a free kick for a foul on the goalkeeper. I'm not sure what Was there a foul on Donnarumma there at all? Cross comes in. It's Evan Nielsen. He's backing into Donnarumma. Foul as he punches it away. And Donnarumma to send this long now. Allen tries to head it on. Phone against Senesi. Senesi's gone down. Referee says nothing. Play on. Taken down brilliantly by Krupi. Flicks it back on towards a player. And Nunes takes it out the air brilliantly. Shirky. Rodri. Switch of play by Rodri to Jeremy Doku up against Adam Smith here. Doku against Smith here. Smith's all over Doku and he keeps going here. Doku and the hands are all over Doku. Pulls it back and Ryan slams it away. Well, Adam Smith has got his hands all over Jeremy Doku there. It's never going to be enough for a foul. Doku not happy about it. MK says the players seem tired. The players don't care. Doku. Pass Ryan. Doku. And it's behind for a goal kick and Ryan goes and celebrates the fans here. Every tackle, every interception celebrated by these Bournemouth players. Well, Doku there trying to do something, but not enough. And I think Pep Guardiola knows that there's not much left in this team right now. They just don't like they've got it right now, this City team at all. Truffet. He's been brilliant for Bournemouth. How did Bournemouth get so many energetic players? I mean, they had Milos Kidikes bombing up and down the wings, didn't they? From fullback last season. Truffet, a really good signing. He's just another one doing the same thing. Rodri. O'Reilly. Right, Ryan backs into O'Reilly and O'Reilly pulls him down. Doku. Inside goes Jeremy Doku here. And back onto O'Reilly. It's over here. He won't get there. It's crap by City again. It's crap by City again. I have to say, Nico O'Reilly's had a really poor game today. He's not the only one. He's not had a great game at all. Who's Pep's replacement? Asked Lisa. The man replacing Pep Guardiola will be Enzo Maresca. Former Chelsea manager. Former Chelsea, Leicester City and Parma manager. City going to make another change here. Omar Mamouche is coming on. O'Reilly. Shirky. Into Rodri. Wide right to Savinho. Savinho. Nunes. Savinho in behind to Rodri. Shaking in the box. Rodri crosses one in here. Erling Haaland is there, is he? No, he doesn't even attack it. And Bournemouth defend it away. And Kusanov on towards Doku. He just keeps it in. Does well there, Jeremy Doku. Donnarumma comes out for it. Nunes says, no, I'll pass it. Don't you even try. Hope he's good, says Lisa. I think we all hope he's good, but whether he will be, I don't know. Foden. Good turn by Phil Foden. Shirky. Can we see a bit of magic from Ryan Shirky? Wide to Doku. Doku again. Doku still into Shirky. Shirky shoots. It's blocked away. It's behind for a corner. City continue to push here, but it's too little too late a little bit. 73 minutes. It doesn't look like we're going to score 2 goals. Shirky to swing it in. And our set piece coach is crap. I hope he goes, by the way. If Pep's going, should take him with him. In from Ryan Shirky. Mark Gay's there. City, someone fight for it. Scott gets it away. Kusanov in there. O'Reilly still. Chance of Rodri. And somehow the ball just doesn't fall for us. And Tavernier away. Here's Evan Nielsen who takes it on the chest brilliantly. And back Bournemouth go to Senesi and they can just calm things down again. Alex Scott. Senesi. Tavernier. Kusanov across the Truffet. Defends it again, but it's behind for another corner to Bournemouth. Who are the better side today. Much better side, by far. Really, really impressive from Bournemouth. Really poor. Have to see. Cross coming in from Bournemouth now. Cross to come in. And City to defend it. To the far post, it's all the way out for a goal kick. But one goal's not going to be enough for City. We've seen too much of this City side this season perform like this. That's the reason they won't win the league title. So Krupi's coming off for Bournemouth. He's to be replaced by Kluivert. And Omar Mamouche is coming on for Manchester City to replace Jeremy Doku. Pep Guardiola having a bit of a talk with Ryan Shirky here. Trying to give him some tactical instructions. Well, the Krupi goal might be the winner. It's a fantastic finish. I mean, Donnarumma doesn't even try for it, but he can't do, really. You think Arsenal pay the refs as Lisa? Certainly not. The refs aren't corrupt in the Premier League. They're just thick. They're just useless. They're just incompetent, unfortunately. But what can you do? The problem is the referees as well. You know, you've watched Dermot Gallagher this morning on Ref Watch. They're arrogant. They're incredibly arrogant. They don't like criticism. They think they know better than anyone else. And that's why they're rubbish, because they can't listen to anyone else's opinion. Savinho leaves it for Marmouche. Foden in behind to Savinho. Off goes the Brazilian Savinho here. Tries to cross it into Haaland. It's blocked away by Adam Smith. It's a corner for Manchester City. So corner ball. Shirky across. Cross to come in. Rodri's taking the captain's armband now for Manchester City. Shirky on the right foot. And it comes. Dealt with again easily by Bournemouth and cleared away. Out to Matheus Nunes. Goes back wide to Shirky. Ryan Shirky. Looks to swing one in the right foot. Back on the left foot. Shirky on the right foot again. In swing by Shirky. It's away by Bournemouth again. No one attacked it. Savinho. Good feet by him. Savinho still. Savinho cross one in here. In there is O'Reilly. Headed away by the opposition. Rodri back in. And away by Bournemouth and Adam Smith. Only as far as Phil Foden. And City continue to go forward here. Matheus Nunes. Rodri. Wide to Shirky on this right side. Ryan Shirky. Shirky, nowhere to go. He's two on him. He has to go back to Nunes. Well, the time is ticking away, City. You're on 77 minutes here. And the goals don't like they're coming. Nunes. Shirky. Shirky still. Shirky still. Shirky still. Cross comes in. Head away by the Bournemouth defender. And Tavernier forward only as far as Rodri. Rodri for City. We need some magical. You need a big player to step up, Manchester City. We need an Erling Haaland goal. We need something like that. Savinho. Crossing again by Savinho and O'Reilly. Petrovic drops it. O'Reilly and into the hands of Petrovic. Another chance wasted by Nico O'Reilly. Two fantastic chances here for him today. Header and he's missed it. Well, not really done anything about it. And then it's gone for a second header. Petrovic drops it the first time. Managed to get it the second time. Adam Smith. James Hill. Over the top. Mark Gay. Hits it to O'Reilly. Up towards Savinho. Through the back of him comes Adam Smith. Free kick Manchester City. Adam Smith's always been that sort of player. Here's O'Reilly. Rodri. Foul by Kluivert. Rodri. Takes it quickly. Foden. They just don't look at anything like they're going to score, City here. Really poor. Shirky's come out to the right now. Ball in behind to Nunes on the overlap. Nunes. Beats his man Nunes. Cross across the box here. Blocked away again. No one in the middle anyway, to be honest, that's going to finish it. There were no one going to finish it. So I wouldn't have worried. Tyler Adams, forward by Truffaut. Cut out by Nunes. It's a poor touch by him. Tavernier gets there. Foden can't cut it out. And here come Bournemouth on the far side. It's Ryan. Up against O'Reilly. Ryan. Scott. Adam. Truffaut. Tavernier and back he goes. James Hill. Ryan. Scott. Smith. Back he goes towards Hill, and Bournemouth just take the sting out of the game. Not good enough. Oh, here we go. Ball forward, and O'Reilly can just watch it out. Just watch it out. Here is Donnarumma. Long by Kusanov and forward. Howland to hold up against Senesi. Can't do. Senesi bullies him. On towards Evan Nielsen. Adams, Scott, Evan Nielsen. Some really good stuff from Bournemouth. Back they go towards James Hill. Plays it wide, left to Truffert. He's got a real engine on him, that fullback, Truffert. Up and down, up and down. Here's Kusanov. He's going to watch it behind for a corner. Does really well there, Kusanov. Well, there's less than 7 minutes remaining now for City. Right to Savinho. Against Smith here. Savinho. Phone's offside anyway. He tries to pass it to him and gives it away. And Ryan is fouled by Rodri. Free kick goes Bournemouth's way. Well, time is ticking away. 2 goals needed. And they don't like they're coming. Some unhappy City fans there in the stands. Long way to Bournemouth. A long way to go. But they're all going to be disappointed today. They're all going to be disappointed today. Well, I think the news about Pep certainly derailed the team a little bit as well. They've looked flat today. Incredibly flat. Rodri. Straight to Alex Scott. Haaland can't win it off Tyler Adams. Truffert. Back to Senesi. Tavernier. Marmou's chase as well now. Wide to Smith. He's going to go back to his goalkeeper Petrovic. He's going to go forward. When is Rodri going to sign a new contract? I'd stick around on that one, Lisa, because it won't surprise me if he doesn't. Let's just see on that one. I know he said he's close to signing a new deal, but Marmoush can't control the ball. That new deal hasn't been signed yet by Rodri, and I don't know if it's going to be signed by Rodri. I think things are going to change. I think we need to understand that as a fan base, really, that things are going to change for Manchester City in terms of players, in terms of decisions. It wouldn't surprise me if Rodri decides that without Pep Guardiola, that he'd like to maybe explore a move away. We know that obviously he's interested in a move to Real Madrid. It all depends if Real Madrid decide to sign him, isn't it? We'll have to see about that. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't sign a new deal. I mean, Rodri's here for Pep Guardiola as much as he is Manchester City, I guess. But without Pep Guardiola, I think there's quite a few players that will decide that the time is over, really. It's a completely changed the club. I think City, like in picking Maresca, they're picking someone who knows the club already, and they're trying to not change things too drastically. Someone who's worked with these players before, who knows a lot of these players. But even so, yeah, Foden with a cross in here. And it's off Rodri's heading behind for a goal kick, and Rodri looks like he's given up as well, to be honest. As most of the City players have. Well, they're still throwing things at it, City, but nothing's happening. The City players know, don't they? I don't know why Iraola is leaving Bournemouth, by the way. And he would have been a really good choice, I think, as a City manager, to be honest. O'Reilly wins a header against Smith. It's out for a throw into Bournemouth. Well, is Noel Gallagher leaving early again here? Noel Gallagher's leaving early again here. Well, they always get him in the crowd leaving early. Do you think Arsenal beat PSG? I hope not. I hope not, Ultra, but Arsenal have won the Premier League, and congratulations to them for that. The team that finishes top of the league deserves to win. You can say decisions have gone their way, but it's a 38-game season. The reality is that we drew to Brighton at home, we drew to Sunderland away, we drew to West Ham United away, we drew to Chelsea at home, and so on and so on. City have had too many of those results this season. Spurs away when you're 2-0 up. Those are the games that have cost us. Everton away towards the end of the season. And that's why we won't win the Premier League. We didn't take our chances. Like Sharif says there, it's not good enough. And Manchester City will not win the Premier League title because of that. You can say the refs have been on their side, Ultra Gamer. They deserve to win the league. City don't deserve to win. Do you really think this City side deserve to win the league? Really? You really think we deserve to win the league? Because I don't. Because this City side is nowhere near the City side of the past. Nowhere near. So we don't deserve to win the league. And the reality is, you can't win it every year. I mean, I know it's 2 years in a row we haven't won it, but come on, we've won it 6 times under Pep Guardiola. It's crazy, isn't it? So Arsenal get their little glimpse, don't they? They've won 1 in how many years? Congratulations to them, but we know what it feels like to win the league, don't we? It's not the end of the world, is it? For Arsenal, it would be. If Arsenal win it this year, it'd crush them. It'd crush those fans, wouldn't it? Rodri. If we're good enough to win a cup double, we're good enough to win the league. With a chance of Marmouche here. And Trueface just flicked it into the air. Adam Smith just gone down, pretending there was a foul on him when there wasn't. I don't agree with that Ultra game because cup competitions aren't league competitions. It's very different. In the league, you've got to be consistent. The league, you've got to be consistent. And we've not been consistent. In a cup competitions, you can scrape your way through time and time again. And the league, you can't. You cannot scrape your way through in the league. And we've proven that. Yeah, like Sharif said, we've not been consistent. I know it hurts. I understand. And, you know, to say I'm disappointed, of course I'm disappointed that we haven't won the league. But you can't win it every year. You have to remember how lucky we've been. I'm not saying that's not the standard. That is the standard. That's what I expect of the team. We should be winning the league. We should. And to be honest with you, if 2 results go our way and we're not crap in 2 games and don't give away, you know, don't forget how to kick a ball in the back of the net, then we win this league. I mean, unfortunately, it's players. Oh, Nunes has made a big mistake on the far side. And here's Brooks to kill the game, and he's hit it right down the rim. They should have won the game there, Bournemouth. That could have been it. That should have been it. Crap from City again. You know, Erling Haaland went missing for half the season. Don't forget that. Evan Nielsen hits one here. Evan Nielsen just passed the post. Do you think we'll win the league under Maresca? Don't ask me that right now, Ultra Gamer. I can't tell you about that. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah. You know, our star striker went missing for half the season. You can't win the league when your star striker goes missing for half the season. You really can't. He forgot to how to kick a ball, Erling Haaland, from January till March. So that cost us massively. Vardiel and Diaz getting injured in the same game against Chelsea cost us defensively. We went through a stage where we really struggled defensively. To be honest, is it the defence or is it the attack that's cost us this season? That's a big question. Or is it the midfield? I mean, it's like today, for example, when you look at this team, when you look at the lineup today, what was City's biggest problem last season, would you say? Where did we really struggle last season? The midfield was terrible. The midfield was terrible last season. We had Kovacic, Bernardo Silva and Rodri in midfield, and obviously Rodri got injured for most of the season. So it was Kovacic, Bernardo Silva and Ilkay Gundogan in the midfield. They had like an average age of, 34 or something. And it was like, oh, in trouble here. David Brooks in behind to win the game for Bournemouth. Oh, he's at the post. He's missed the sitter. How have Bournemouth not won this game 2 or 3? But yeah, our midfield was terrible last season because we had a really slow and really bad midfield. Now, we signed Tajani Rangers to try and improve it. Let's say that hasn't worked out because Rangers is not, right now, has not worked out. Here's Savinho. Cross in. Behind for a corner for Manchester City. Our midfield was slow and old, let's be honest about it. And today your midfield is a 20% fit Rodri, a 30-odd-year-old Kovacic who's played about 4 games this season, and another Bernardo Silva who's 30-odd. The same problems of last season, the same midfield again this season. So these are the problems. These are the problems we've got. Bournemouth should have won the game there. David Brooks hits the post, 1-on-1 with Donnarumma. It's done, this game, anyway. There's still hope for City, but just don't see it. Just don't see it. So cross to come in. Think about the draws. Sunderland, yeah, exactly, Sherry. Sunderland away. West Ham away, Brighton at home, Chelsea at home, Spurs, you 2-0 up at half-time and you lose, yeah, exactly, and lost the 2-0 lead. They're the games that have cost City this season. We've not been good enough. And that's the reality of it. We might have done it. I always believed we could do it, but we've not been good enough. Offside against Enes Ünal here, who's a former City player, in fact, isn't he? So, Kusanov to Rodri. Taken down by Kluivert. Kluivert's got older Rodri here. I mean, Kluivert's about 3 foot tall. Rodri towering over him. Stupid from Kluivert. Alex Scott is being told to go away by Kusanov. I would not mess with Kusanov, Alex Scott. He's being pushed away. And now he's laughing, Alex Scott. He's got out of the way once the big boys came in. I mean, Erling Haaland saying, come on, let's play football. Try turning up, Erling. Yeah, I mean, the big players have let City down this season. You've got to look to your big players. And to be honest, and this is a big one to me, Arsenal starting 11, they may have a good defensive midfield. They certainly do have a good defensive midfield. The best in the league, in my opinion. Forward here to O'Reilly. Rodri, Kluivert comes through the back of it. It's a free kick City's way. It's Kluivert being nasty there and Rodri. Barge to the back. The refs have caused us to lose points and Arsenal to gain a lot. Yeah, I get that ultra game, but they haven't decided 38 games. Yeah, Arsenal's attack is Vita Gyökeres, Noni Madueke, and Leandro Trossard. And let's be honest, that is a subpar forward line for a title-winning team. And they've still done it. So, our forward line should be outperforming those players. And they haven't, really. They've had moments, but not enough. So, cross the come in here. I mean, the draw to Forest City, a 2-2 draw to Forest at home as well. Don't forget that one. I mean, in terms of that game, City were... I've not even commentated, have I, here? But we're just having a debate. It's still 1-0. City have got a free kick on the edge of the box. Whether they score it or not, it'll make no difference. So free kick for Omar Mamouche is over it. Now, he scored some free kicks for Frankfurt, didn't he? Everton example here. Mamouche into the wall. Out to Phil Foden, who air shots it. Shirky and taken down Shirky. Referee says no foul. Counter Bournemouth. And here is Kluivert. And Bournemouth can kill the game here. Justin Kluivert, tackled by Mamouche. Well played, Omar Mamouche. And Foden back towards Nunez. But there's 2 minutes left in this game. City aren't scoring 2 goals. They're 1-0 down. Nunez. Game mistake cost us, but it's not a fault we lost. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that game mistake's a killer blow in a big moment. Shirky forward. O'Reilly flicks the header on. Kusanov flicks the header on. Haaland flicks the header on. Foden flicks the header on. Acrobatic clearance by them. Rodri off the post. Haaland it comes back to. Goal by Erling Haaland 1-1. Goal by Erling Haaland 1-1. Rodri hits the post. Haaland scores, but it's not going to matter. Because it's too late. And Nico O'Reilly should have scored his chance. Well, about 4 headers flicked on here by City. Haaland, Foden, Kusanov. And the end, Rodri hits one off the post. It comes back to Haaland, who slams one off the post, and in a really good strike from Erling Haaland. But it's not going to make a difference, unfortunately. 1-1. There's still a chance, but these 60 seconds or so remaining. That is it. That is it. How much injury time? There's 6 minutes and we're already in the 96th. So, or in the 95th. It's not happening, unfortunately, everyone. But, I mean, City have done well to get a goal. But, I mean, that chance O'Reilly had is a massive one. That chance O'Reilly had was a massive one. So, it's going to be a free kick City, Shirky over it. Cross to coming by Shirky. O'Reilly with a header. Away by Tavernier. Nunez slammed into by a few Bournemouth players. Savinho's getting back for his team, and he dribbles past Alex Scott, and he's passed another one, Savinho. It's really good work from him. Savinho pulls it back. Chance, and Shirky blocks Rodri's shot. And then there's Unal away. And Bournemouth counter now, and City are going to get it back again after a poor pass by Kluivert. Nunez back to Donnarumma. And that is the final whistle gone. AFC Bournemouth, they get Champions League football next season. And Manchester City, it's over. The title race is done. City with a draw, AFC Bournemouth. Not good enough on the night by Manchester City. The players look disappointed. The players look down about it. Only got themselves to blame, really. That's how it goes. And that is it. We could have kept it alive. We could have taken it to the last day. But it was not good enough. Does the news from Pep Guardiola leaving the club affect the team? He's having a talk with fourth official Craig Pawson. He's not bothered, Pep, I suppose, because it doesn't matter. He's going, isn't it? Saxon Gaming asks, what's the teaser about the career mode hinting at next? You'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see, Saxon. And that is it. Arsenal have won the Premier League. Congratulations to Arsenal. Brilliant for them to win their first title in a long time. Yeah, we know how it feels as City fans. You know, we've been there a long time ago. And the reality is City weren't good enough and we don't deserve to win the title. And that's how it ends. Thank you very much for watching. That'll be my last live stream of the season. So we'll see you guys in the new season. There'll be a new time, a new era, really, because Pep Guardiola won't be in charge. It'll be a different time for Manchester City. And chance to go again, I suppose. Yeah, so have a good summer, everyone. Of course, there's still going to be videos going out on the channel. We'll have lots of gaming videos, of course. We'll have more Manchester City content as well. It's disappointing, but we can all take it, can't we? 21% of you guys said Krupi would score first. Congratulations, you're right. I don't know how many people said 1-1, but that's the way it goes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.